Alright, so let's move on to our zigzag. So we can have lines that are zigzag. And what's going to happen is they're going to come to a point, so we're going to come back up. But each time we're going to move out a little bit more. If you're having trouble with this one, you can just do a regular zigzag like this. Or we can just leave it. We can make it heavily weighted. We'll try another one that's coming from the middle. We got zigzag here. Now your zigzag has to be a little smaller as it gets to the middle. So here we're going to start really close to it and we'll get bigger as it comes out. You can also do a little an electric hand. Here's a thumb, and then we just get smaller with the zigzag. And we can have these little electric marks coming off of it. And we can have zigzags that are the whole width of our square here. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And then let's start on this side. Up, 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 up. We can also have zigzags for something like mountains. Messed up on that one. So zigzags are also good for making stars. So we'll start with a basic spiral. You start in the middle and you travel around and you about the same distance. See the same space? There's a spiral. You can also do spirals like this. We're going to wrap it this direction and then we're going to come around and wrap it around the other direction. Ta-da. We'll try another one. You can do a close spiral that's kind of flattened out. A little tornado. Some other cool loops to do, similar to a wave. Take this, and instead of coming all the way around like we did this, you're going to just come a little bit and then turn around like that. So we go a little bit, tuck it under, and then come back around. A little bit, tuck it under, come back around. Another really cool curve to do is just a half curve. If you notice, you can put another side to that. And what do you have? You have a heart. Now we're also going to do a cool little vine. So let's put a curved line right here. Just go out, and then we'll do a little spiral here. And another one here, here, another one here. We're alternating. And they can get smaller. If you can think of a spiral, go ahead and fill in this spot with that one. Now we're going to look at patterns. So we're going to start with some of our straight lines. So you can combine different weights of lines to make a pattern. Now these are my heavily weighted lines. Now I'm going to add 2 lightweight lines in the middle of each one. Turn it again. Do the same thing this way. Notice how we're repeating what we're doing. Whatever I'm doing one direction, I'm also doing the other direction. And there you have somewhat of a plaid design. Now we're going to do another square design. And this time, let's go ahead and draw some lines on the paper. And again, let's turn it and we'll cut it into some squares going this way. Have you noticed that you always have to have a basic start with your patterns using either horizontal or vertical lines, and some patterns even have circular lines or a mixture of all three. So let's see, we're going to take these right here, okay, and I'm going to look at this little set of 4, and I'm going to cut them all in half. It makes like a diamond shape. Now what I'm going to do is do another one. Here's the same type of line, it's parallel. I'm going to do another one parallel with this, another one parallel with this one, and another one that's parallel with this. And it makes another little diamond on the inside. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to color in this one, and then I'm going to color in these little triangles here. Now you can do this pattern over and over and over again. Here I finished my pattern, but you notice it changes. There's something different. It looks the same over here, but then over here it looks like it's making a whole different pattern, right? Because here I took what I have in the square and I just repeated it again. It's like a mirror image. I took this square and I moved it up 1 square and placed it here. So I didn't do a flip. I didn't flip it like here. I took it and I just moved it up, okay? And so the next one would be moved up 1, and then the next one would be moved up 1. And it makes this little zigzag pattern instead of like what this one is doing, and it continues this diamond shape all the way through. So based on where you put your lines and how you repeat your pattern, you can change it up a little bit and it will change how your pattern looks completely. So keep that in mind as you're making patterns. Next one, we can make some patterns with curved lines, and we'll do some scales. So we're going to have some hoop. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start in the middle of one of these hoops. We're going to jump to the middle of the other one. Jump to the middle of the other one. Jump to the middle of the other one. And so forth. Jump, jump. Now if you want to make these go on, you just have to jump off the page. Now we can continue these. Let me make a few more. Okay, you can even come in here and put extra lines inside scales. Like this. You could color them in if you wanted. You can even put a radiating design on them. There's lots of things you can do with these to pretty them up. You can add some shading. And it would just be darkest where they touch. Okay, so there's lots of different things you can do with these scales. You can also do some more square designs and circular designs. We're going to try this real quick. So let's do the circular one first. We're going to make a couple of circles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you notice I have 4 circles here. What you're going to pay attention to is where they cross over in the middle. This may take some practice, but you can continue this. Mine aren't perfect either, but it's a neat little design to work with and to practice with. Okay, last you can do some designs with letters. For example, you can do the letter B, make them both ways. Not the best B's in the world, but you can still make a design, and if you look at this, it reminds you kind of a butterfly. You can also do the letter K. See how it's 2 K's looking at each other? They make a diamond in the middle. Let's make another one. So that looks pretty cool. See how a reverse can make you a pattern, and see how cool they look. And what I want you to do on your own this week is work on the combinations.